So, let's talk about one of the biggest financial traps out there right now, the Pavement Princess. You know the one, that huge, luxury pickup truck that looks like it could scale a mountain but will probably never see more than a speed bump at the mall. We're going to break down the real cost of this illusion.
Just imagine it for a second. You're sitting high up in the driver's seat of a brand new, top-of-the-line truck. You can smell the new leather, the dashboard is all lit up like an airplane cockpit, and you're literally looking down on everyone else at the intersection. It feels good. It feels powerful, like you can do anything. And that feeling? That's what they're selling you. It's a powerful emotion, but underneath that feeling are some cold, hard numbers. So today, we're going to ignore the feeling, run the actual numbers, and find out what the true price tag really is.
Okay, so it all kicks off at the dealership. They've got this down to a science. The first step of the illusion is to get you laser-focused on just one thing, that monthly payment. They make this giant price tag seem totally reasonable.
So the salesperson slides a piece of paper over to you, and look at that. For a $90,000 truck, your payment is just $1,247 a month. All they got to do is stretch that loan out for 84 months. Yeah, that's 7 years. But hey, it almost sounds doable, doesn't it?
Right. But here's the thing. That number? It's just the tip of the iceberg. It's the shiny lure designed to get your signature on the dotted line. It conveniently leaves out all the other real-world costs of owning a beast like this. So let's do the math that they hope you won't. Let's calculate the real cost. First up, fuel. Your shiny new truck gets maybe 15 miles to the gallon on a good day. A regular sedan, it's going to get closer to 35. If you drive about 15,000 miles a year, which is pretty typical, you're going to spend an extra $2,000 a year just on gas. Boom. Add another $167 to your monthly tab. Next, let's talk insurance. You're not just insuring a car, you're insuring a $90,000 luxury item. So if anything happens to it, the replacement cost is enormous. That means your premiums are going to be way higher. Go ahead and tack on another $60 a month. Oh, and what about those tires? You know, the huge, beefy, all-terrain ones that look so cool? A new set of those can easily run you $2,000. For a sedan, you're looking at maybe $600. So if we spread that extra cost out, that's another $75 a month. And we can't forget about maintenance. It's simple, really. Bigger vehicle, bigger parts, bigger bills. An oil change costs more because the engine's huge. A brake job costs more because the parts are massive. Let's be conservative and just say that's another $100 a month compared to a normal car. And finally, good old taxes and registration. A lot of places tax you based on the value of your vehicle. And the value here? Well, it's massive. This can easily add up to another $1,000 a year. So we'll call that another $80 a month. So you ready? Let's add it all up. The dealer smiled and told you $1,247. But when you factor in the real costs, the gas, the insurance, the tires, the maintenance, the taxes, your actual cost to own this thing shoots up to $1,729 every single month. That's almost $500 more than you thought.
And get this, over those 7 long years, you are going to hand the bank nearly $15,000 in pure interest. That's not money going towards the truck, it's just the price you pay for the loan on an asset that's dropping in value every day. It's building zero wealth for you.
You see, a payment that big isn't just another bill. It becomes a financial black hole. It starts to warp and dictate every other decision you make for the next 7 years. It puts your life on lockdown.
Think about the ripple effects. That truck payment can absolutely wreck your chances of getting a mortgage for a house. It's the reason you have to say no to that vacation with your friends. It's the monster that eats your emergency fund before you can even build one, creates endless tension with your partner about money, and chains you to a job you might despise because you simply can't afford to miss a payment. And you want to know the really cruel part? Psychologically, that amazing feeling you had when you first drove it off the lot, it goes away. It's a real thing called hedonic adaptation. After a few months, it's just your truck. The thrill is gone, the new car smell is gone, but that $1,700 monthly payment, oh, that stays with you for 7 long years.
So what's the other option? Well, it's not about living a boring life. It's about being smart. It's about choosing a different path that buys you something way more valuable than a status symbol. Let's see what that alternative path actually looks like.
Okay, the difference is just wild. Instead of the $90,000 truck, what if you bought a perfectly nice, reliable 3-year-old sedan for about $28,000? Your total monthly cost, all in, would be around $850. The difference in cash flow is almost $900 every single month. Over 7 years, that's over $73,000 you're not spending. But here's the real kicker. It's not just about what you save. What if you took that difference every month and invested it in a simple, boring index fund, averaging, say, an 8% return? After 7 years, you wouldn't just have saved money, you would have a $95,000 asset. Not a truck worth half of what you paid, but 95 grand in an account working for you.
Now, I know what you're thinking. People always say, but trucks hold their values so well. And you know what? Percentage-wise, they're not wrong. But we don't spend percentages. We spend dollars. Let's look at the actual money. The truck loses 40% of its value, which means you've lost $36,000. The sedan loses 55% of its value, which is about 15 grand. You still lose more than twice the actual cash on the truck. It's not even close.
And this brings us to what this whole thing is really about. This isn't a choice based on need or practicality for most people. It's about psychology, it's about marketing, and it's a direct choice between your money and your ego.
There's actually an economic term for this. It's called a Veblen good. That's a fancy way of saying it's something people want because it's expensive. The insane price tag is the main feature. It's not about transportation. It's about buying a billboard that you drive around, screaming to the world, hey, look what I can afford, even if, you secretly can't.
Let's just be real for a minute. For the huge majority of people driving these things, the truck is a costume. You're paying a fortune to wear an outfit that says, I'm rugged and capable, while you're driving to a desk job. For the 2 times a year you actually need to haul something, you could rent a U-Haul and still be tens of thousands of dollars ahead.
And really, this is the heart of it. We have been expertly trained to think that success is measured by the size of our debt, that a big payment means you've made it. But true wealth? That's not a big payment. True wealth is freedom. It's options. It's having control over your time and your life.
So the next time you see one of those gleaming giant trucks roll by, just ask yourself this one question. Is that vehicle a tool that's actually making the owner's life better? Or is it a really expensive, nicely upholstered prison, locking them out of the future they actually want? The math is clear. The choice, well, that's up to you.